All right, so someone asked me I think someone asked me on my Discord like how do you stay motivated to work on your side projects? And this is something I'm still trying to figure out because it's hard to like stay motivated and work on something that doesn't pay you, right? Like working on a side project, I guess you always have in the back of your mind like this idea that you're going to make this into some like grand product that you can sell and make some money from. But let's be honest, like most of these side projects people work on, they're never going to turn into anything. I know you should stay positive and you should like, try to think good that you're going to be able to turn this into a money making application. But it's really hard to actually make money off of the things you build unless you're like good at a lot of different things, like good at marketing, good at being a business person, good at customer support. To actually sell a product and like build a real side project, you got to be really great at a lot of this different stuff. And not only just coding, but like all those things I just mentioned. But with all that being said, like I'm not trying to discourage you from working on a side project because you probably should. Even if you have a full-time job, it's always cool to have a side project so you can kind of investigate some new pieces of technology and just kind of keep on upgrading your game. Maybe you don't have any ambition to like, do coding outside of work, and that's fine. Like I'm not saying you should, but for those who feel like they're stuck in a career that they don't get to do any of the technology that they want to do, having a side project is a great way to just like broaden your horizons of what you can learn. So I guess I wanted to talk a little bit about like how do I stay motivated on my side projects? And honestly, I'm not the best person to answer this question. Someone asked me and I'm not the best person to answer because I kind of abandon my side projects all the time. But I guess the best way to continue working on a side project is to basically just treat it like a job, right? So when you have a full-time job, it's your obligation to go and work the 8 hours a day, help create the product, help, create the features, fix the bugs, get those things shipped to production, and then you get paid for it. And obviously it's easier said than done when you don't get paid for your side projects. But if you do treat it as like some type of job where you're going to say at least 30 minutes every day, I'm going to come in and just try to improve this in some way, right? So if I look at this project right now, how are some ways that I could potentially improve this? Well, let's say I'm not feeling motivated, I have low energy, and I just don't want to work on this side project. Well, you can at least try to fix one thing, right? If you look at this logo, I could like put an image up here. I could just add an image. Even clicking on this, well, I guess it already goes to the home page, but like just look through your app and try to find things that you could just like improve. Like down here, I could create a Twitter or a GitHub repo or something for this project so I can slowly start marketing it. I don't have a privacy policy or terms of service. How long would that actually take me to generate one and create a page for it? I don't know, maybe 5 or 10 minutes if I just use a pre-made one. Honestly, like I could probably just do that right now, to be honest with you all. Like I could just go and go to my pages, create one called TOS, and then just copy like something over here and then just like, I don't know, delete this stuff. Do some live coding real quick, right? Let's have some fun. I'm gonna go ahead and just create that TOS page. And now if I go to the footer, I could just make a link terms of service. That link could just be a next link. And I don't even remember how to do this in Next. It's an href. So I could say next link href is TOS. And then I believe you just do something like this and it'll like work. I don't even remember. But if I click on this now, terms of service, boom, I just improved my application. You could just stop there, right? That took me like 2 minutes to add a new page. But some days you just don't feel like doing that, right? Some days you just don't feel like adding some extra functionality. But I think it's good to like convince yourself that you need to terms of service generator, right? So like, I don't know like the legal aspects of a terms of service generator, but you can just basically run through this, create something really basic. But yeah, I'm not going to actually go find a terms of service generator because they make you fill out like a ton of wizard questionnaire stuff. And then at the very end, they're going to make you pay like 25 bucks to get a terms of service. I'm sure I could find one for free. If anyone actually has a recommendation, leave me a comment. I could probably just go to an existing site, copy theirs, paste it into mine, and just replace company name with my company name and replace website name with whatever my website's going to be called. But I guess what I'm trying to say is like, just like every day, just try to add something to your application, right? Just try to improve it. Maybe there's some padding or some margin you can fix. Maybe there's some type of styling you can do to make it better. Like I don't know, just like look through it, and you don't have to be too serious about your side project. But if you actually like, what's the saying? Like, 100 miles starts with a single step or something. What does Confucius say? 100 miles starts with a single step. It's probably something completely different. Oh, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, right? So if you just keep on adding all these small little features every day, even if it's like a 10, 20, 30 minute effort, at the end of the week, that's like 7 things that you've improved. At the end of the month, that's 30 things that you've improved. And it doesn't seem so daunting to keep adding these things onto your application because you slowly just like, mold it into what you want day after day. And after a month or two or three, like you actually have something that might be worth selling to someone. Okay. So that's my advice that I'm trying to follow myself because I do just give up on stuff. It's very hard to stay focused on actually, seeing these projects to completion. I just want to work on them for a little bit and then I just give up. So it's good if you can find some type of, little Confucius Chinese proverb that helps you go. Like, I don't know, print it out, put it on a wall if you're that type of person. But just stay dedicated to it. Treat it like a job. Treat it like it's something that you just, like a garden, you go out and water it every day just to make sure that your stuff is actually improving. And I think that's all I kind of wanted to touch on this topic. But if you want to join my Discord and talk to me directly or talk to anyone else who's also trying to learn to code and ask questions, feel free to click on the description link in my description. And other than that, I mean, if you have any comments about this topic, feel free to leave them below. Have a good day and happy coding.